Hey guys, it's that time of week again where we look at SmackDown Live and we just see if it's any good or is it just like Natalia's farts and it just stinks. We'll find out. This is Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews. So we started off the show with something quite different, guys. We had AJ Styles doing an interview with Renee Young in the middle of the ring, and it was a different and unique way of starting off the show. She was pretty much asking AJ Styles, how do you feel about this handicap match at the Royal Rumble against Sami Zayn and KO? And AJ was just like, look, it's partially my fault. If I had kept my mouth shut last week, I wouldn't have been in this situation. But obviously there's tension between Daniel Bryan and Shane O'Mac, and I just don't want to get any more involved than I already am, because it just feels like they're both trying to push me into this feud which they're having. Then obviously he got interrupted by the Yep movement of KO and Sami Zayn, and that was quite cool. You had both of them just pretty much, you know, teasing AJ Styles over his loss. And then Shane O'Mac comes out and goes, well guys, if you're going to use this handicap match at Royal Rumble, let's turn it on you. AJ Styles will be partnering up with Randy Orton and Nakamura taking on KO and Sami Zayn. And that kicked off the show and set up for the main event itself. A unique way, definitely a positive, because it was something completely different. So I liked it. Always up for me. So the first match was a returns match for Becky Lynch taking on Ruby Riott. Becky Lynch had in her corner Charlotte and Naomi, and in Ruby Riott's corner she had obviously Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. And to be honest, it was a decent match, but I'm going to say it was neither a good thing or a bad thing, because obviously you want the superstar who's just recently returned from either making a movie or injury to look strong, and Becky did look strong, so that was always a good thing. But if you're gonna have the Riott Squad as this big heel faction on SmackDown Live, don't make them lose. It seems like every week now they are losing momentum, and it's a bit of a shame. But the match itself was really strong. Obviously Becky got the win with the disarmer, and you know, Ruby Riott's obviously gonna tap out. But for me, if you're gonna make this team look strong, like Absolution, Paige looks absolutely powerful as the leader. I mean, you need to do that with the Riott Squad. Make Ruby Riott seem very, very strong. Doesn't matter about the other two, because they are supporting characters in this, you know, team. But yeah, it was neither good or bad, but it was a decent match to watch to start off the show anyway. But we had the Bludgeon Brothers taking on the Ascension this week, and to be honest, the best thing about this match was the bit from the WWE.com, the Fashion Files segment, where the Ascension went, well, you guys are going to come out and support us, right? And Breezango were like, no, yeah, sorry guys, we would do, but yeah, we've got a match against Rusev Day, so sorry. And that was it, and the Ascension just looked like, well, I thought we were best friends. And that was the best thing. The match itself was a quick match. There was nothing towards it. Victor got absolutely destroyed and pinned in no time. Yes, this is good. You want the Bludgeon Brothers to be a terrifying force when they actually finally start challenging probably some of the bigger teams on the tag team division, because let's be honest, we've got some really strong teams on SmackDown. And yeah, like I said, the most interesting thing was the segment from WWE.com. Then we had the final first round match for the US title tournament, and it was Zack Ryder taking on Mojo Rawley, and I was rooting for Zack. I thought, you know what, yes, he lost his first match against his former teammate, but let's just hope that WWE sees sense and give Zack Ryder a bit of a push. But nope, I was wrong. Best thing about this whole match was that Bobby Roode was watching on the side. He wasn't even doing commentating. He was literally just watching on the side, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd like to hear him on commentating, because he's quite good. If you listen to him on NXT or anything like that, he's quite funny. But yeah, again, they're giving Mojo all this momentum. I don't know why, because let's be honest, out of everyone on the SmackDown roster for me. He's the weakest link. Yep, I'm saying it. He is the weakest link. And Zack Ryder is a veteran now. He should be going for titles. He should be going for more titles than he has. So it was a bit of a shame, but it is my first negative of the night. So we had Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin coming out and demanding justice of what happened last week. Daniel Bryan coming out to represent the referee who overturned the decision of giving them the tag team titles. And it was interesting. They kind of complained. Daniel Bryan said, hold on, whatever the referee says holds up no matter what. And Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable we could have pinned them 2 or 3 times. And then Daniel Bryan uses what they've said again to pretty much create a match for the Royal Rumble, that we have a 2 out of 3 falls match at the Royal Rumble, which is going to be awesome because, let's be honest, the Usos are cool, and it could work out to be a long match for the Usos to show off their talents. But yeah, don't understand why we're getting Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. There's no real momentum from the fans. No one really seems to have a reaction when they're out there, and they're a bit boring right now. So hopefully we can get through this match and have the Usos possibly take on a team with some momentum. Rusev Day, just saying, Rusev Day. Talking about Rusev Day, we had Rusev Day taking on pretty much Breezango, and it was a bit of a disappointing match. Both teams I like very much in the tag team division, but again it just felt out of place, and with Rusev having quite a lot of momentum right now from the crowd, it was a bit of a shame that they lost again. This is the second time now I've seen them lose, and you can see the crowds are starting to lose the Rusev Day idea, and it's a bit of a shame. But it's good to see Breezango get the win. Unfortunately, it was over Rusev Day, so I'm going to give it a negative for that. That gets us to our main event, guys, where we had AJ Styles, Nakamura and Randy Orton taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And to be honest, it was a decent match. It was back and forth for quite a lot of the time in the match. But obviously the numbers game does count in wrestling, and after a while Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens realised they weren't going to get anywhere, and they were getting beaten up quite easily after a while. So they decided to walk away and said it was not worth it. But Shane O'Mac obviously came back and went, oh no, by the way, no countouts, and restarted the match. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got dragged back into the ring. Again, Randy Orton, Nakamura and AJ Styles were beating the crap out of them. So Kevin Owens attacks AJ Styles. The match is ended, DQ. They're running back up the ramp, but again Shane O'Mac comes out and restarts the match and calls it a no DQ match. And that pretty much means Randy Orton and Nakamura beat the crap out of Sami Zayn, while AJ Styles is beating the crap and going backstage with Kevin Owens. We don't see what happens to those two, but we pretty much see Sami Zayn and Nakamura and Randy Orton pretty much in the middle ring, and Nakamura and Randy Orton just pretty much destroy Sami Zayn to get the pinfall win. Again, I don't know what you're trying to do with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. If you're having them win, handicap matches, and then they have to be in the handicap match and they finally lose, it's kind of like, what are we doing here? But to be honest, the match was entertaining. It was good to see how Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were trying to be smart. And this is good booking from WWE, because it was like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were using everything they could do to get out of this match. But it always got overturned by Shane O'Mac. So there you go. And there you go, guys. That is SmackDown Live for this week. Was it a good show? It was alright. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't a bad show. It just wasn't good either. It was just okay. There's definitely a lot of storyline continuing for, the Royal Rumble now. And it'll be interesting to see how this continues until we get to Royal Rumble in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks time. So it'll be good to see. But there you go, guys. If you don't agree, leave it in the comments below. If you like our videos, you know what to do. Please like, subscribe, and you can even follow me on Twitter at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Review.